Hello again. Alright, I've done just a little bit of cleanup work to make things a little more visually appreciative, I guess. Again, I mentioned you always want to keep your spreadsheets well formatted and kind of clear to look at. It just helps with lots of different things. So what we're going to do is real quickly work on our distributional values here, and then I'm going to start just this top line, and then I'm going to let you guys finish it. The rest of the process is just like we've done for our Bino based on sex, Bino based on impaired, and Bino based on good student versus bad student. All right, so first step here, what we want to do is our binomial distribution, Bino dis, and then this is at most, so we pick our at most F4 to lock it in, comma, number of trials, F4 to lock it in, comma, and then we're actually just going to use our long range expected value of P rather than the proportion that we've calculated, because this is going to have some sampling error associated with it because of the definition. We're making an assumption that in the long run this is probably going to go to our 75%. That may or may not be true, but we're going to do that here. So I'm just going to hit F4 to lock that one in, and then finally we want continuous distribution, or cumulative distribution. Anyway, now I'm going to Control C and Control V to paste, and in this case I'm doing with my at most, so I'm going to subtract one from this guy, and then I want it to be 1 minus. Alright, and then the last one we're going to do is our exactly, so I'm just going to Control C and Control V again. At this point we want to go to our 0, and we want to change this one to be 3, which reminds me on this one I need to change it to be 2. Alright, so those are all of our probabilities that we're interested in. I'm going to go ahead and Control C to copy, Control V to paste for our under 25, and in this case we want to do 1 minus the probability. And here again it's just 1 minus the probability, and last one 1 minus the probability. Alright, so now we're on to our level equals if, click our, this is our logic control, if it's less than or equal to the number of trials, hit F4 to lock that in. Now we're going to calculate our binomial distribution, and our number of trials is then our value, number of successes, sorry, our number of trials is our B4, do an F4 to lock that in, and then our probability is our P out here, and Q, hit F4 to lock that in, and then we do not want a cumulative, so I'm just going to enter a 0 there, end it, comma, right, and then we want to make sure that it's going to go blank after 30. I guess we'll do that later when we drag it down. Next thing is what's the expected value, so that's going to be equal to if, and then we pick our number, and if it's less than or equal to the number of trials, we do our F4 to lock that in, and then it's the number of successes times, and this is over 25, so we'll click our over 25, hit F4 to lock that in, we add to it the quantity of the number of trials, F4 again to lock it in, and then we subtract from it our number of successes and multiply that by the under 25. So this is saying there's no over 25s, 25 and overs in the group, and then we're going to just, I need to lock that one in, 7 F4, because as we drag down we want to reference these two guys, and then we want to go ahead and divide that by the total number of trials so we get our average, F4 to lock that in, comma, and then we want to finish the if statement. All right, and here we just have expected value multiplied by our dollar value, and we're good to go. So we're just going to format these two guys in terms of currency, and then we're ready to drag down. Now I'll let you go ahead and finish the under 25. It's basically the same concept, except we're going to use this value, and then I'll let you go ahead and finish the cost per accident. We're using the sum function along with our indirect and concatenate to control for how far down we sum. Alright, so I'm going to stop the video here. We come back, we're going to do a little bit on Bino age 2. We're asking for what do we do if there's a group in between rather than just a percentile. We're going to say you're between these two ages. What happens? All right, thank you very much, and see you in the next video.